Hi, this is Brad with Pro Light Gear. Today we're going to be talking about taking the ever-new titanium stove and cross stand and modding it to fit in the Jetboil pot with the heat exchanger built in to the bottom of the pot. You can see here, this is a normal cross stand that Evernew makes, titanium. This one has not been used. I cut this one down. You can see how much I trimmed off the edges there. You can kind of see that a little bit. I'm trying to find a better spot for it. There you go. You can see how much I cut it down by. Now, you simply use the heat exchanger ring and the DX set to slide it into that ring. Take the one that mates to it. Takes a little finagling here, but now it fits in the bottom of that pot pretty easily. And this is just a quick job, so it's not going to be fine-tuned as well as it should. But now we're going to see whether the heat exchanger has any effect on the burn time with the titanium stove. Alright, we have the cross stand securely mounted in the bottom of the Jetboil pot. You just have to tweak it slightly when it's in there, kind of give it a quick bend so it doesn't fall out when it's facing down. Our water is at 63.3 degrees. Exactly 2 cups. We're going to pour half an ounce of alcohol in the Evernew stove. Let me reset my stopwatch here. Alright. So we're now going to light this thing and start the clock. I did notice when using this for the first time that you did need to let the stove prime a little bit, otherwise you snuff it with the heat diffuser and the cross stand. So we're going to let this go a few seconds here just to kind of prime. You'll notice it starts priming because the main flame in the middle kind of bounces up and down a little bit before the side start jetting vaporized fuel. Right now it's starting, so we can set this on top. Just like that, that is a successfully modded Jetboil pot to the Evernew stove. I'm going to use the Evernew lid because it's a little bit easier to take on, take off, still provides a good seal on the top. And we are at a minute of burn time on the half an ounce of alcohol. We'll check back in here in a few minutes. I'm going to try and show you what it looks like inside the heat exchanger sitting over the stove. You can see the flame and they're really starting to take off nicely. And there's really not a lot of heat coming out the sides. There's a little bit of trickle of a flame here and there, but really it stays pretty well underneath the pot, so it's transferring a lot of the heat to the... Alright, we are at 3 minutes 40 seconds. I'm going to tip you forward here and see what's going on inside the pot. There are no bubbles on the bottom, no bubbles rising to the top. Sorry if it's a little out of focus there. Try and zoom back and then lean over again so you can see a little bit better view. Really not a lot going on in the pot at this point. We'll check back here in a few more minutes. Alright, we are at 6 minutes of cook time on half an ounce of alcohol. I'm going to try and tip you forward again, see what's going on in the bottom of the pot. There are a few small bubbles on the bottom of the pot. No steam coming off the water, no vapor yet. I was hoping to see a little bit faster rate because with the DX set at this point, minute 6, we had a full rolling boil. But we still have, looks like it's still burning strong, so we'll keep going. Alright, we are at 8 minutes of cook time on half an ounce of alcohol. You can actually hear the water starting to boil. And we are getting small bubbles coming to the side that are breaking the surface. They're starting to shimmer quite a bit. So we have almost a full rolling boil. at 8 minutes 30 seconds, and the alcohol is still burning. If this is similar to just the Evernew stove with the cross stand, we should have another minute of burn time out of this stove. We'll check in here another minute. Alright, we are at 9 minutes 10 seconds, and you can definitely hear this thing is starting to take off now and boil. We have a full, I wouldn't say all the way rolling boil, but a nice boil going on with some alcohol to spare. We're at 9 minutes 30 seconds right now. So we have a full rolling boil at 9 minutes 30 seconds using the modded Jetboil Pot and cross stand cut down to fit inside the Jetboil. And we're going to let this go just to see how long the alcohol burns for using this system. It is 9 minutes 50, well, we'll call it 10 minutes on the nose. The stove just went out. So at 10 minutes of cook time on half an ounce of alcohol, we had a full rolling boil. And we're going to check with the meat thermometer to see what temperature the water is. Again, I'm not putting this on the bottom of the pot. I'm only setting this in the middle of the water just to see how hot it got to. 198, 199, 200 degrees, 201, 202, 203. So out of all the systems we use, the modded Jetboil Pot and Evernew stove got the water the hottest, 203 degrees to a full rolling boil with 10 minutes of cook time. This is now my new system to use. We're going to try it again with the modded Jetboil Pot, just sitting on one layer of the DX set, just to see if height makes an issue with the flame, because the flame really wasn't getting very big underneath there. We'll see if that makes a difference in the next test.